Hello, hello. Welcome to Minute Movies. This is actually an anniversary screening.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
Wow, has it been 8 years?
We just started our screening. Yeah, it's been 8 years?
I think
Actually, it's an anniversary screening. So, oh, I'm hearing an echo.
so. Am I.
Yeah, it's been.
I don't know why. Is that
8
me?
years? Oh,
Or is that
no,
you?
that's me.
Okay. Because I only have.
Okay.
Okay.
That was me. Sorry, I fixed it. Yeah,
This is
so here we
confusing
are.
screen.
Confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a pretty short screening this time, actually. Only a few submissions, and so far no one else is backstage.
Okay.
So
let's see. It's been.
maybe we could start with your film since you're here, and then
We could do that. So
Jeff is probably not going to make it because he is on vacation and said he probably wouldn't have internet access right now.
Okay.
And then I don't know about David. We'll see if he shows up.
And I'm sort of on vacation too, if you will.
And you are joining us from
a restaurant, Bainbridge Island. Yeah.
From a restaurant in Bainbridge. Oh, yeah. David's here. Cool. So
cool.
I'm gonna bring you in, David, and we can start with your film. So hello. I'm gonna bring you in, David, and we can start with your film. Here did I go from you?
I just had to go and close out my YouTube so that I wouldn't have that, the echo surround sound business going on. Hey, good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, David.
You.
And Stuart, you are like living the life. La vida loca there. What's going on?
Over on Bainbridge, we just spent the day, went on a little hike, did some shopping. We're sitting at a restaurant and clearing out a storage unit that I have over here that I need to get cleaned up, cleaned out. And then we missed the ferry. That's all. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So are you in Winslow then? You're hanging out in Winslow?
Yes. Yeah. I am right now.
Nice.
Excited to get some tacos.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I like the lighting. You're all like golden lit, and you're living the nightlife there.
The bar behind me. Yeah.
Exactly. Are there pool tables?
No.
No.
Just tables.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant. It's
Gotcha.
just a restaurant.
Yeah. I like Bainbridge a lot. Did you go to Blodell then, or?
No, Gotham Lake Preserve. Just went on a little hike there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And here Sarah and I are at our respective homes, I think. I'm in the basement, and I've got all these layers on because it's so cold in the basement. How have you been, Sarah?
I've been good. Yeah. I got some flowers and planted out the window boxes. So at least there's a little touch of spring when you look out the window.
Spring is coming on its way.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, it's about time.
Spring is here, actually. Today's the first day of spring. Happy first day of spring.
Happy spring.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, I should check my
new developments are on the way.
Yes, and with the and it seems like we're at least getting a respite from the isolation from COVID. Hopefully, the world will just continue to open up, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, Stuart, you have a
Thank-
film tonight, is that right? Sarah, do you have a film?
I do not. But yeah. I have you first, David, if you want to introduce your film.
Well, normally I don't like to say too much, but in this case, I think that I will. So, your theme was Muse, and I had actually immediately 5 to 6 different things that I wanted to do. But I was in New York not long ago and went to the Guggenheim Museum. I've been to a bunch of the art museums there, but got a lot of great footage of the insides of that museum and its current collections. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright building that was built in 1959. It's a fascinating, it's an iconic building. You'll probably recognize, although I don't think I have any exterior shots, but the interiors you might still recognize it. And they have one of the largest collections of Kandinsky paintings right now, and Kandinsky is one of my favorite painters. So I sort of, when I was getting all this footage, I was not thinking actually of this theme and you guys, but I was putting something together that's much longer form and was not able to get around to my other Muse ideas, some shorter ideas. And I was like, well, museum, it's close, it's got it in the title. So I did a bit and I called it Museum Piece. And I'm continuing in the vein that I have been in for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, with black and white and overlapping images and overlapping dialogue, etc. So hope you like it.
Cool. Let's watch it.
All right.
Kandinsky is organized chronologically, and so you can see certain themes that are played out through Kandinsky's career, and some of them are the horse and rider, the apocalypse, the landscape, his use of geometry, his use of scientific imagery. All of these are apparent at different moments in his career, and can be expressed in a number of different canvases that you see.
He's interested in geometry. He's interested in patterns. He would use pattern brickwork. He would use pattern floor treatment. He liked patterns, whether they were hexagons or octagons or triangles. Here's an opportunity to do a circle. And you see them everywhere.
The curatorial department and the conservation department really work hand in hand in preparation for an exhibition or in general just
his early buildings are basically blocks of concrete, like Unity Temple. Although he probably used metal to strengthen the concrete in some places. But this building, because of the width of the ramps and walls, and it all has to be one continuous surface, requires a lot of different types of cage-like metal to hold up the structure.
So he's doing something incredibly ambitious by keeping this atrium completely open, by having these cantilevered ramps that circle through the atrium and give us the exhibition space. And we see even more cantilever on the outside of the building. So the whole thing seems incredibly precarious, pushing the limits of engineering. And in that, it kind of reminds me of its visual precedent, which is to say something like the Pantheon.
With Julian's studies of the different layers of Kandinsky's work, we get a look into
certainly like the Pantheon and the Hagia Sophia, and it's inspired by expressionist architecture of the 1910s and 20s in Germany. But, when you think about it, it's one thing to have these ideas, it's another thing to execute and realize it. Wright had great drawings, he had a terrific model, and, he had a patron patron with money, but the real question was, how was he going to do it? And ultimately, the person who built it deserves a lot of the credit. And the contractor was a man who built parking garages.
Among Kandinsky's 3 designations for paintings, impressions, improvisations, and compositions, the compositions
that actually has
he
a
considered to be the
That's
most
right.
well thought
and
out.
it's very much in
Even
the
though he said
style.
he still
And a store in
always
San
erred on the
Francisco.
side of the emotional or the inner content for those works. They were works that he considered more planned and worked out. And so it makes sense that there's a grid under this work.
There are about 20 different notations underneath all of these colors.
Hilla Rebay was from Germany. She was an abstract painter.
Here he wrote
Came to the United States in the 1920s. She exhibited quite frequently, and she met Solomon when his wife commissioned a portrait of him.
This is really interesting, isn't it?
Wow.
I
That's,
hope. Yeah.
it's mesmerizing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope it came through okay, because on my end, again, it was really herky-jerky, but hopefully, maybe it's my connection. But
I was fine. I'm on a cell phone connection right now, and it looked fine, perfect for me. Yeah,
Right.
no problem. Yeah, no, I'm intrigued by the layering and just and it's fascinating what you can comprehend, when it's just in pieces overlapping. So I'm curious, do you just kind of overlap them and see what comes, or is there a specific juxtaposition of the different dialogues of the different people that you want to have in certain place relative to each other's?
I have done this sort of thing in different projects, and it can be anything on that spectrum that you described. It can be all happy accidents. It can be all very controlled with little bits, fragments of a dialogue, etc. And usually it's a combination of those things. The happy accidents. In this case, I didn't have a whole lot of time to lay in my sound, and so it's all happy accidents in this case. It's 2 conversations, one that is about the architecture and Frank Lloyd Wright, and another which is a conversation about curating and take the care that they take with the Kandinsky paintings. But both Kandinsky and Frank Lloyd Wright were really interested in geometric shapes. And so it's sort of a beautiful marriage of aesthetic when you go in there to see those paintings. There's not a whole lot of the Kandinsky paintings. This is near the very beginning of my larger project. But boy, when you get into his paintings, particularly the late period stuff, with the architecture combined, it's all just floating triangles and hexagons and pentagons and it's just I mean, it's their artistry. But to get back to your question, Stuart, I've watched it and listened to it, I don't know, a handful of times, and outside of my editing and figuring out and shifting things ever so slightly, and but since I was roughly complete, at least for tonight, and every time I hear different things and I make different associations with the visuals, and I'm the one that put it together, and there's actually so many happy accidents in it, the way it ties to the visual. Yeah, I was pretty happy. I just put it together last night, right, really at the last minute. So
I just want, yeah, I think I've watched it a couple times now, and I agree. It's different. You want to listen to it again because there's so much texture there. It can be a bit overwhelming though at the same time.
Yeah.
But it reminds me actually of this Star Trek episode where Data was hanging out in his room and listening to like 4 or 5 symphonies at the same time. They were all playing all at the same time, and I can't remember who came in and was talking and was like, "Oh my God, how do you do that?" And he's just like, he's a computer, so he can process all those at the same time. But it reminded me of that scene.
I have a data story, whatever his name was, because I didn't watch Star Trek. I watched the original series, back with Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner and all that. But it's a brief story. So, I taught at a college for years on Capitol Hill here in Seattle. And frequently we would get these sci-fi conventions down at the convention center and Comic-Con and the wide variety of conventions. And I went to the Starbucks that was just down the street from me. And the person that was helping me was convinced I was the guy that plays Data, and I was up from the convention center. I don't think I looked like him at all, and I didn't know what they were doing, but he was calling everybody over, and and like the other baristas there and the other people in the Starbucks, and then he went to the front door. He's like, "Data's in here. He came up from the convention center," and I'm like, "I'm not Data. I just came down." It was crazy, and then afterwards, I had to look up this guy, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to look like that guy." I thought he was very unattractive. That's my Data story.
That's really funny. Yeah.
But the sound being overwhelming. It's interesting when I did do some futzing with levels. And one of the conversations is between 2 men and the other one is 2 women. And so there is some timbral difference, but I did definitely futz with, hearing one party over another party, but I didn't get really detailed on that.
Yeah. I did want to say I really do appreciate the male female juxtaposition in that, because you can really tell the difference, when that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
When I was first putting them together, it was just a wash of sound, a wash of verbiage. The second time, it was much clearer to me what was happening in both conversations. I was able to track more, and the more I've watched it, the more I get everything. So, and I'm the sort of artist, if I can call myself that, certainly what I pursue, but that I don't feel like people need to get everything the first time around, and I don't mind overwhelming people sometimes. And artists, people have to meet the artwork halfway. I don't make. You guys are well aware. I don't really make stuff for passive audience members. It's an active thing, and those are the sort of filmmakers that I like too. Thank you so much. Thumbs up. Wow, we're back to Ebert and Siskel. 2 big thumbs up. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you for having me on. Any thoughts, Sarah, before I get swept away here?
Yeah, I listened to I don't know if you know the podcast 99% Invisible.
Nope.
But if you like architecture and design, that's what he focuses on. And one of his episodes that he did, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think, was about the Guggenheim and about the design, and Frank Lloyd Wright, and like he goes on a tour and like describes everything, and it really, like, there were moments from the narration that kind of like took me back to that and reminded me of that, because it is like a really cool building and very intentionally designed. And I've never been, but yeah, I want to go on some of your. I liked watching your imagery, even though it was all layered on top of each other, and it was interesting.
Yeah, super fun. I definitely recommend it if you're ever in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get there one of these days.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you. Ciao.
See you.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
And Dan, I just got your film. I downloaded it and I sent you the link to join us. So you'll be after Stuart when you get there. Let me know if you get that message. A little bit loud over that restaurant there. Yeah, so we have, next up we've got Jeff's film. And he couldn't join us. He's out of town, doesn't have internet access, very easily accessible to him. So I have some notes from him that he sent me to read after we watch it. So let's watch it.
Where's my muse?
Look inside you.
Yeah, that one's kind of cute. I like that.
Cute.
Um,
So you couldn't tell from that. He's in Hawaii right now.
oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I was. It looked like it was a different place. A little bit of tropics happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Hana
Hana.
on Maui. So there's basically no cell coverage over there, which is why he doesn't have internet unless he's at his house, which he's not.
It's beautiful.
So he said, this was shot using my phone and edited with Premiere Rush, Adobe's phone/social media video editing app.
Oh wow. I'll have to try that.
Yeah, took some getting used to manipulating elements and using a touch screen. To quote the late great BB King, I have stupid fingers. Eventually started to get the hang of it. An interesting exercise. Definitely will be working to improve my skills. And he wasn't able to change the frame rate from 30 to 24. He needs to look at the settings. Yeah, and that was his. That was his 4-year-old great nephew. So it was fun to work with him.
I like that. And yeah. So it's fun. It's the message in it. You know, it's like looking, searching.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then asking the innocent young kid who just like instantly knows.
Children know everything.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. We're making margaritas in the background.
Is that what the blender is?
That's what the blender is, yeah.
Well, should we move on to your film? Do you have anything you want to say about yours? Once the margaritas are blended up.
He's still blending it. It doesn't take that long to blend a margarita, but okay. I'll just say that Jeff's film and my film are like there's a lot of overlap in that they're both filmed on the beach, and you'll kind of get the sense of a little bit of searching on my part. So anyway, there's that. Oh, and I want to apologize to David in advance for just let's just say I need more practice. Anyway, so with that, we can show it.
All right, shall we watch it?
Yeah.
You know how inspiration comes. Sometimes you don't even recognize it. And I was thinking about like, okay, where's my creativity? Where is it gone? Where is it? I feel like it's dried up. But and then I stopped to realize that it's like, hey, this setup. I've just been setting it up in my living room and playing it like every day. And I thought, wait a minute, music has been my muse recently. I thought I'd share a little bit.
Yeah, we got a couple. David said great image, great colors and framing, and beautiful sounds. And doing it on the beach. Very inspired.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I like that instrument of yours. You got it. Just is kind of ethereal.
It's very soothing. Yeah, for me, I'd sit down and play it, and it's calming, relaxing. And then so I recently, like I was saying, I was clearing out my storage, and I found my some of my drum kit, and so I set up those cymbals next to it, and just the sounds kind of relate to each other. And
Yeah, they do go together.
So.
Yeah. Tom said he's very impressed. And David asked, how long have you been playing?
Oh, a year? It's all self-taught. It's all just, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like it with the cymbals. I think those add a nice quality to it.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do it before. It just occurred to me that it's like cymbals are very musical. You can get so many different tones out of them. So I enjoy playing them too. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Enjoy it. It's fun.
I just realized you're not at home. You don't have your skateboard, do you?
Oh shoot! No, I don't. I just thought of that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, well, we're gonna watch Dan's film next, and then watch everything again. If people want to leave ideas for words in the comment section on YouTube, And I think I have some words written down somewhere.
Throw
So
a dart at it.
I'll do a drawing. Oh, I might actually have some. I think I remember where they are. I have some words that back when we met at SFI, a couple times people wrote words on little cards.
Put it in your hat.
I found some of those recently, so maybe
Sweet.
if I can remember where I put them, I'll dig them out and I'll draw from one of those words that we wrote down years ago.
So thank you very much. So I'm gonna say sign off now because my food just came, my tacos just came. they're starting to get cold. So
all right. Well, enjoy your tacos.
Thank you.
And we'll see
this was
fun.
Next
time.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Thank you so much for handling everything. And yeah, that's right. The word. So
yeah,
the word is,
we'll make it work.
Spring. That's
spring?
My word.
That's a good word. All right.
Alrighty.
See ya.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
And Dan, I'm gonna pull you in if you are ready. Hello.
Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, relieved I got this video done in time. I'm having internet issues, and I'm doing this by my phone right now. And I'm glad I got done. So it took me about a couple hours because my computer's slow too. So anyway, I combined the last 3 months into one mini movie of the last 3 themes. So gotta catch up,
Gotta catch up. Well, we're glad to have you back again. And should we watch it?
Yeah.
We interrupt this program to bring you some live news from a resident that is freaking out. And here he is. I've turned into this monster in outer space. I don't know what to do. I'm not amused.
That come out choppy.
The quality was a little bit like pixelated.
Yeah, I saved it in a small format.
Oh.
So I can have room on my hard drive, and thought it would work better streaming wise. But
yeah, I think it played fairly smoothly. I don't know if it was choppy for anyone else.
Yeah, was for me. So, well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. Always with the backgrounds.
Oh yeah. I love the green screen effect. And I tried I guess there's a feature on this StreamYard for a green screen, but it didn't work. I don't know, the internet's being a butt. So well, I'm glad you liked it. And
yeah, David says the the news broadcast format was a funny choice. And you liked your
Oh,
mask and hair for the monster in space.
yeah. Yeah, I had that background breaking news in some other minute movie a long time ago, a while ago. I don't know if you remember that. I forget what the theme was. So yeah, I did a rush job on it. So, and I'm using the Pinochle Studio, and it's really slow. I'm gonna probably get another laptop and get more memory in it, more RAM,
Yeah.
then just separate that program with the others, and hopefully that'll help speed things up.
Yeah. You might be able to get RAM to upgrade your laptop. Depending on what capabilities your laptop has, you can buy RAM to put into it.
Yeah, I think I maxed out on the RAM. It's a Dell. I think I got 8 GB of RAM. I think that's the max. So, and it seems like it doesn't really help much. But maybe I could separate. I could put it on a different hard drive and separate it, or partition my hard drive so the Pinochle Studio is on separate partition. Maybe that might help.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah, before I rent out, get a new computer. That would be a good idea. Should work on that.
A little bit cheaper choice, just to see if you can mess with what you got.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Cool. Well,
any word? What's that?
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to say, any updates on when we're going to do a live get together? Meeting?
Not yet. We gotta figure that out. Yeah, talk about it. See how we're feeling, and then talk to SFI and see what their policies are.
Okay.
What their updated policies are. Yeah, but we are getting to nicer weather, so we could do a
Thank goodness.
gathering outdoors.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like some park on a big projection screen, like a drive-through theater.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So we'll try to set up something so we can see each other soon.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dan. It was good to see you virtually.
Yeah, you too, Sarah. You take care, and if Stuart's watching, hi, Stuart. Bye, Stuart.
After he finishes his tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. So I'm going to play through everything again. And if you think of any ideas for some words, I checked the one place that I thought they might be and they weren't there. So I'll have to look more, and I probably won't have those words by the end of the screening tonight. So I do have a couple word ideas, but if you can drop any in the comment section, and I'll write those down. And in the meantime, let's watch through these 4 films again.
is organized chronologically, and so you can see certain themes that are played out through his career, and some of them are the horse and rider, the apocalypse, the landscape, his use of geometry, his use of scientific imagery. All of these are apparent at different moments in his career and can be expressed in a number of different canvases that you see.
He's interested in geometry. He's interested in patterns. He would use pattern brickwork. He would use pattern floor treatment. He liked patterns, whether they were hexagons or octagons or triangles. Here's an opportunity to do a circle.
And you see them everywhere.
The curatorial department and the conservation department really work hand in hand in preparation for an exhibition or in general just
You know, his early buildings are basically
blocks
of concrete, like Unity Temple. Although he probably used metal to strengthen the concrete in some places. But this building, because of the width of the ramps and the walls, and it all has to be one continuous surface, requires a lot of different types of cage-like metal to hold up the structure.
So he's doing something incredibly ambitious by keeping this atrium completely open, by having these cantilevered ramps that circle through the atrium and give us the exhibition space. And we see even more cantilever on the outside of the building. So the whole thing seems incredibly precarious, pushing the limits of engineering. And in that, it kind of reminds me of its visual precedent, which is to say something like the Pantheon.
With Julian's studies of the different layers of Kandinsky's work, we get a look into
certainly like the Pantheon and the Hagia Sophia, and it's inspired by expressionist architecture of the 1910s and 20s in Germany. But, you know, when you think about it, it's one thing to have these ideas, it's another thing to execute and realize it. Wright had great drawings, he had a terrific model, and, you know, he had a patron with money, but the real question was, how was he going to do it? And ultimately, the person who built it for him deserves a lot of the credit. And the contractor was a man who built parking garages.
Among Kandinsky's three designations for paintings, impressions, improvisations, and compositions, the compositions he considered to be the most well thought out. Even though he said he still
and a store in San Francisco.
Side of the emotional or the inner content for those works, they were works that he considered more planned and worked out. And so it makes sense that there's a grid under this work.
There are about 20 different notations underneath all of these colors.
Hiller Bay was from Germany. She was an abstract painter. She came to the United States in the 1920s. She exhibited quite frequently, and she met Solomon when his wife commissioned a portrait of him.
This is really interesting. This green anyway, a place where he was.
Where's my muse?
Look inside you.
You know how inspiration comes? Sometimes you don't even recognize it. And I was thinking about, like, okay, where's my creativity? Where is it gone? Where is it? I feel like it's dried up. And then I stopped to realize that it's like, hey, this setup, I've just been setting it up in my living room and playing it like every day. And I thought, wait a minute, music has been my muse recently. So I thought I'd share a little bit.
we interrupt this program to bring you some live news from a resident that is freaking out. And here he is. I've turned into this monster in outer space. I don't know what to do. I'm not amused.
Alrighty. Just writing down some of these words from David here. And I had some words of my own. But David, those are all great words. I'll add them to my list of brainstormed words. So when we update the Minute Movie Ball or the skateboard or any other thing that we use, we can have those words too. Thanks. All right, are you ready to see what the theme is for next month? I've got all my little papers here, all mixed up. Here we go. Mask. Alrighty. Dan, your film was a great, a great film for the next month's theme as well. Yeah, mask. Let's see what you all come up with for next month. So we'll see you in April. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you to all the filmmakers. Thanks to all of you for watching. And I'll see you next month.